Russell Westbrook is going to have to accept the fact you can't shoot. You just can't shoot. Now, over the last three times over the last 4 years, you've shot 66% for the free throw line or worse, which is bad enough.
Stephen A. Smith just went nuclear again. And this time, poor Russell Westbrook is the target. The man hasn't even signed a contract, and Stephen's already acting like he's narrating a tragedy. From MVP to most unemployed player, the roast is real. Did Westbrook's phone lose signal, or did every GM just block his number? Whatever it is, Stephen's got jokes, smoke, and zero chill. And it's absolutely glorious.
So I'm going to be as real and as authentic as I possibly can be. Westbrook's numbers last night mean absolutely nothing to me because even though that's great numbers, that's what Westbrook can do. We all know this. He's a former league MVP.
Stephen A. Smith has officially entered his villain arc again, and his latest target isn't some rookie or bench warmer. It's Russell Westbrook, the man who once turned triple-doubles into a lifestyle. You'd think that kind of resume would earn him at least one desperate phone call in free agency. But nope. The phone lines are quieter than a library on Christmas Eve.
I can answer that point. In part, it's Russell Westbrook's fault, and its part is that he's broken. He's defeated. Russell Westbrook has no confidence.
We've never said this about him.
And we've never said ever. He has no confidence in his perimeter shot.
And Stephen A. Smith, being the self-appointed minister of basketball truth, decided it was his civic duty to remind the world, and Westbrook, that apparently nobody wants him. The man didn't just analyze the situation, he performed a full autopsy on Westbrook's career. It wasn't commentary. It was a televised intervention. You could feel the drama through the TV screen.
I didn't call the league office to sit up there and say, suspend him now. No, once the decision came that he wasn't suspended, I'm like, wait a minute. You've been preaching about these rules and regulations, and if you did X, Y, and Z, you're going to get suspended. Could you explain to me why you didn't suspend him? I want the thinking behind that. You can call the league office and ask for yourself.
Stephen A. wasn't just talking basketball. He was narrating the tragic fall of a once electric superstar who used to dunk on entire rosters like it was a morning workout. But now, according to Stephen, the only thing Westbrook's dunking is his career prospects. And honestly, before we dive deeper into this hilarious meltdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next in this roller coaster of basketball drama. And the way Stephen A. framed it, you'd think Westbrook personally offended the basketball gods. He said it with the tone of someone watching a superhero forget how to fly.
Russell Westbrook deserved to be suspended for today's game. That's how appalling his game was. Now, I've been raving about Russell Westbrook since he arrived in Los Angeles. He's been a godsend for the Clippers as far as I'm concerned. He's an energizer bunny. But what he did the last game, I want y'all to go back and reflect on what transpired in Game 3. Look at this foul right here. You knocked the guy clear upside the head.
Once upon a time, Westbrook was that guy. Energy, aggression, chaos, fashion statements that could blind you from 50 feet away. He was the human tornado with sneakers. Now, Stephen's out here describing him like he's that old iPhone you keep around just in case, but never actually use. Let's be honest, Westbrook's free agency drought has turned into a soap opera at this point. Every week, fans refresh Twitter hoping for a Russell Westbrook signs with update, and every week they get silence. Not even a rumor. Not even a fake sources say. Just vibes and memories of his MVP season. Stephen A. took one look at that situation and turned it into a live comedy show disguised as sports analysis.
Here's my thinking. I believe the month was February of 2020, Perk, where Russell Westbrook was a monster. He was player of the month. Well, damn it, he wasn't shooting well then either in terms of his jump shots. He was attacking the basket with vigor. And what he said was, the hell with what I can't do, here's what I can do.
He practically treated the NBA offseason like an episode of Shark Tank, and Westbrook's pitch didn't get a single investor. Stephen A. was like, teams want winners, not whirlwind energy. Translation: we've seen enough turnovers to last a lifetime. It was savage, but in that perfectly Stephen A. way, where he mixes logic with drama like he's auditioning for Broadway. But here's where it gets funny. The irony of Stephen calling out Westbrook for being unwanted is that half the league right now is unwanted. There are players out there who haven't touched a basketball since the Obama administration, and nobody's roasting them on national TV. Yet somehow, Westbrook becomes the face of unemployment in basketball.
You're not a jump shooter. And now Russell Westbrook, cats are laying off of you and daring you to shoot jump shots. And you can't make them. And considering the direction that the league is going in, all of those things make sense to say Perkins is right. He needs to come off the bench.
Stephen A. acted like Westbrook committed a crime against spacing. He broke it down like Westbrook's presence alone could lower a team's shooting percentage. And maybe there's some truth in there. The man plays like every possession is a race against time. But still, the energy, the drive, the chaos, that's what made him Russ. Of course, the internet went wild. Half the fans agreed with Stephen A., saying it's time for Westbrook to retire gracefully, maybe join the Big Three or host a podcast. The other half came out swinging, reminding everyone that this was a man who once averaged a triple-double for multiple seasons, something your favorite player couldn't even do in 2K with sliders up.
Russell Westbrook, when we look at his game, it's the same stuff every year. Kevin Durant was your teammate. Harden was your teammate not once but twice. Reggie Jackson was your teammate. Serge Ibaka was your teammate. Victor Oladipo was your teammate. Paul George was your teammate. Bradley Beal is your teammate. I mean, damn. You've played with some great players over the years. Some talent. And not a single title to show for it.
But Stephen wasn't backing down. He doubled down like a man on a mission. He made it sound like teams are holding secret meetings just to make sure they don't sign Westbrook. Like GMs are setting up group chats titled Avoid Russ Club. He painted it like a conspiracy thriller, Westbrook against the world, but without the plot twist. And you could tell Stephen A. was enjoying every second of it. There's a sparkle in his eye every time he gets to deliver bad news with maximum theatrics. He could be a Shakespearean actor if ESPN ever collapses. His performance? Top tier. The man speaks like he's narrating the fall of a basketball empire. Meanwhile, Westbrook is probably somewhere working out, drenched in sweat, muttering about proving everyone wrong. Because that's his whole story, proving people wrong. He's the king of chip-on-the-shoulder energy.
That was a horrendous, he missed a layup and then he fouls a three-point shooter at the end of the game. Let him make this, let's see if he can make this shot. He's a 35% career three-point shooter. Don't put him at the line.
But the cruel joke of the offseason is that nobody's giving him a shoulder to carry anymore. Stephen A. doesn't just point that out, he celebrates it. It's like he's throwing a roast in prime time. He's got that "I told y'all so" energy, the kind you can't teach. He doesn't just critique, he performs the critique. Every gesture, every pause, every overly dramatic hand wave, all part of the show. But underneath the theatrics, there's a bitter truth. The NBA has moved on from the kind of basketball Westbrook plays. It's all about efficiency, spacing, and shooting now. Westbrook, bless his heart, treats the three-point line like it personally insulted him. So when Stephen A. says teams don't want him, it stings because maybe they really don't.
Miami, go pick this nigga up. Y'all niggas want to keep Kevin Love for like 4 years, but y'all don't want Russell Westbrook. Bro, go pick that nigga up. Kyle Lowry, big booty ass, still gets like 20 minutes a game. But Russell Westbrook isn't on a team.
And yet, there's something poetic about it. Russell Westbrook being unwanted is the most Westbrook thing ever. He's never been about fitting in. He's been about standing out, even when it makes no sense. He's the guy who'll sprint full speed into the paint against 4 defenders just because he can. The same guy who'll miss 5 shots in a row and still take the 6th like it's destiny. That's the kind of stubborn brilliance that made him a legend. And now, ironically, it's what's keeping him unsigned. Stephen A. didn't create that narrative, but he sure knows how to make it entertaining. Every word from him turns into a meme, every take into a headline.
Do we realize that training camp started and Russell Westbrook is not on the roster?
I'd like to believe that that's by choice. He's waiting for the right opportunity or the one.
I believe that's not by choice.
Maybe that's the secret reason teams aren't calling Westbrook, not because he can't play, but because they don't want to end up on Stephen A's radar next. Nobody wants to be the team that he declares made a mistake 5 minutes after the signing. But let's be real, this isn't the end of Russell Westbrook. It's just the dramatic pause before his next chaotic chapter. Because, say what you will, the man's built for comebacks. He thrives on doubt like it's caffeine. And when he finally does sign somewhere, oh, Stephen A. better prepare for a new round of fireworks. And if nothing else, Stephen A. Smith will have plenty of material for the sequel. So yes, right now, nobody wants him. But give it time.
Very situation, this moment right here that we're in, Russell Westbrook not being on the roster, is what hurt me and Russell Westbrook personal relationship. Because on sometime 3-4 years ago, when he was on the Lakers roster, okay, and reports came back to me from general managers around the league, and I said it on television, that, hey man, Russ gotta be careful now.
The NBA always loves a comeback story, and Russell Westbrook's next chapter might just be the wildest one yet. After all, chaos is his specialty, and nobody does chaos quite like Russ. But here's the real question. Do you think Westbrook's got one more legendary comeback left in him? Or has the NBA officially turned the page? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more wild takes and basketball madness just like this.